What up, gamers? It's Will back again, and y'all, we did it. We are over 100 subscribers. Wow, thank y'all so much, man. I am so appreciative, and because I am so appreciative, y'all, and y'all have been rocking with me, like we got to 100 subscribers. My goal was before the year ends. There's 2 months left in the year, y'all, and we got there. So let's try to get to 150, and because we got my goal early, I'm so appreciative. I am going to be doing a giveaway, y'all. So I'm going to let y'all decide. I'm going to come out with a video this week, the week of November 3rd, right? So hit the notification button so you know when that video comes out. And it's going to give you two choices. It's going to be two $10 PlayStation gift cards. So I will select two winners. They will each get one of the $10 PlayStation gift cards. Or you will get one winner $25 PlayStation gift card. Now I originally wanted to do $20, but it's either 10 or 25 for some reason. 20s don't exist anymore, but maybe I'm missing something. If y'all know what's happening, let me know. But that's what I want to do. I want to give back a little bit, y'all. I had my goal of 100. We smashed that 2 months ahead of time. So here we are. Now I also want to apologize for the collection videos. So I wanted to do these more frequently, but mind you guys, I'm a single dad. I work full time, well, a little bit more than full time. I work about 10 hours a day, 5 days a week, sometimes 6. I make YouTube. I do videos almost every day, not including my podcast Sundays, the State of Play podcast with Nelson Gaming Culture. Also Tuesdays, we have the Just Playing live stream, which a lot of y'all have been coming and checking it out. I appreciate y'all so much for that. But I just been very busy this weekend. My collection video is a little delayed, obviously, because I was on a weekend getaway with the family and I was not home. So we have and that yesterday I was able to put out a video. I think it was called My Final Conclusion or something like that. Either way, it's a comparison, my final comparison basically of the Steam Deck, PlayStation Portal, and the Steam Deck. Now, or Steam Deck, PlayStation Portable, Nintendo Switch. Now, if y'all have known me and been following me for the whole year, you know how I felt about the Portal, and I said how much of a waste of time it is. So check that video out because minds do change. So here we are, guys. Let's start with my collection video. Now, the first thing I want to do, right, because this is part 4. The first one, which I didn't numbered, was my VR collection, physical collection. I also show y'all some of my digital stuff. My son helped me record that one. The part 1 was this first row. Now, for y'all that don't know, each row holds 20 games, except some rows like this one with these thicker games. This eats up four game slots, so this has about 16 games. But each one holds 20, so there's about 100 per shelf. Now we did part 1, which is this, part 2, which is this, part 3, which is this, and now we are at part 4. So we're hopping back to the PS4 section, start with the second row of the shelving, and before I do that, if y'all been keeping up with my mail call videos, you know that I got a few additions. So things that we have added to the first row from part 1 is A Quiet Place. This we added, I think it was about a week and a half ago, 2 weeks. And the other one that we added on this one that we've been over is Bomb Rush Cyberpunk. Now, there is a mail call video coming out. I tried doing it before I went on vacation, but obviously I was in a rush and I messed up and the audio didn't come through, but we'll talk about that later. So those are the two that we added. On the PS4 side, nothing got added in this first row, but I did add into this row, and we're about to talk about this row now. So, starting with the very first game. The very first game is Chasm. Now, Chasm, I have not played. It's still sealed. But I think it is a JRPG game, like 16-bit kind of looking game. And I got this from Best Buy last Black Friday, and the reason I got it, like I get a lot of games that I have at least a little bit of interest in, is that it was cheap, man. I think I got this game for like $10 or $12 or something like that. It was less than 20 for sure, and probably less than 15, because for me to buy like a 16-bit kind of looking game, the price has to be real right, because I'm not a huge fan of them. But I did a little bit of Googling. I saw the price. It caught my attention. The art style looks pretty cool, and and yeah, and it was enough for me to pull the trigger on it and go ahead and purchase it. And another thing, it is a limited run game as well, so published by limited run. Those games, hold their value pretty well. I don't want to say this is going to be worth $1 million or anything, but I bought it mainly to play it, and once again, we'll get to it. And for a lot of people say, well, you buy a lot of games, but you're never going to play. Who the fuck said I'm not going to play? Just in the month of October, I beat 9 games. 9 games, y'all, from start to finish. I think 2 of them were DLCs, and those DLCs were like 4 or 5 hours long. So I'm constantly playing games. I'm constantly beating games, guys. Yes, I have a lot of games in this collection for sure, but I play a lot of these freaking games, as you will know. Maybe not this, maybe not this row, right? But if you follow me, you know that I post the games. Especially if you're following me on X, every time I beat a game, I put the titles or the title screen up there with a picture that says another one finished or something like that. And then at the end of the month or the beginning of the following month, like in November, I think it was November 1st or 2nd, I put a picture of all the games that I beat. And also, as of like last month, I started making a video kind of recapping all the games that I beat as well. So I do beat a lot of freaking games. A lot. There's some hardcore gamers that I know that barely beat 2-3 games, even though they have 1,000, 2,000 hours of gameplay. But they just play a variety of different games, and they do the online player stuff, and maybe necessarily they don't beat games. I do. So that's the first one. The next one is Coffee Talk. Now this one I got from eBay. I forgot when, but Coffee Talk, I am about halfway through. We went over that on the PS5 section of it. Now this one, the one that I bought these like deluxe editions for real cheap. This one I actually got as a deal with an eBay seller. I made a purchase. I forgot the game, but he was gonna send me another one, and then he had me pick one for free. So I picked Coffee Talk, and I'm actually pretty glad I did, because this game is pretty decent. You make coffee, but it's basically a visual graphics kind of game. I'm about halfway done. It's not my cup of joe, but it's pretty decent. And I got this free once again because the eBay seller messed up on my order, and he resent me a different game, and also he had me pick out one for free. Now I don't remember what the other 2 were as far as choices, but I picked this one. The next one that I have here is Chris Tales. Now this one is another one that I haven't played. Now, the reason I got Chris Tale is because it looked interesting to me. You get the free PS5 upgrade with it, and this is another one. I think it's a JRPG, and it got rated very, very well. The price was right. I think I got this for less than $10, or rather the $10 mark, and I decided to go for it. The next one is Crysis Remastered Trilogy. Now, this one is a first-person shooter, and I know that this one was kind of a big hit. I know that a lot of complaints on PC because I guess it's very poorly optimized, but it interested me enough. I got it for a decent price. I don't remember how much, but this is one of the first games I got for when I was starting my collection. One of the very first games I purchased. So this was a few years ago now. I have played, I want to say the first one. I haven't got to 2 and 3. But yeah, I'll eventually get to this. I wasn't completely in love with it, and I don't know how soon I'll get back to it, but yeah. The next one on here is Cuphead. Now, Cuphead Physical, I strictly bought it because I played it digitally, and I absolutely loved it. It's a very hard game. I mean, it's harder than I like way harder than I like, but the art style is so good, so good. I think this is one of the games that for decades upon decades people are going to talk about this game and reminisce on this game, and I wanted it to be part of my collection. I will not be opening it because obviously I have it digital, but I got this. It was cheap as well. I got it on a sale. I think I paid maybe $15 for it on Amazon or something like that, and yeah, I strictly got it so I can own it and be part of my collection. Cyberpunk 2077. Now this, I have said numerous times, this is one of the greatest games of all time for me. for me. Of course, 2020 was a very rough launch. A lot of people got their refund back, but man, the CD Projekt Red continue working on this thing and making this thing what it's supposed to be, and it is awesome. I have beaten this game 4 times, I believe it is. I haven't got the platinum yet. I want to go back and get the platinum, but once I get platinum in games, I kind of just like not go back to them ever. So I haven't got the platinum purposely on this one because I always want to continue to go back. I love the world. I love the art design. I love the character design, the writing. I mean, the cyberpunk vibe is just so good. So good. The cyberpunk vibe is so damn good that it motivated me to buy another game, which we'll go over in the mail call video, and I'll give you guys a sneak peek, which was this one, the very first one. That's what a great game does, man. And not just that, but other cyberpunk-esque games. This game, Cyberpunk 2027, was so good that it made me buy other cyberpunk-type genre games and other genres that I normally don't play, just because I love this game so much. The next one is Days Gone. Now, Days Gone, I played this game. Why is this? Is it in here? Yes, it's in here. Okay. Now, Days Gone is one that I got from Best Buy. Now, the reason I bought the physical is because this game, I played it digitally on the PlayStation 5 when I first got my PS5. It was like one of those free games. Back then, when the PS5 came out, PlayStation gave you like a list of like 20 or 25 games that were free. And this was one of those. They took that list away over time because they came out with a PS Plus. But this was one of them. I played it and I really enjoyed it. It was a long game, which I also appreciated, because when you like a game, you want it to be as long as possible, at least for me. And I wanted to be part of my collection. It's a PlayStation first party studio. I'm like, I gotta have this. Daymare 1998. So Daymare 1998, I bought this physically. I also took a shot on this game. I bought it on a sale. Now, retail or full retail for this game is only like 30-40 bucks, but it looked kind of wonky. The reviews weren't that good, but it had like a horror. It's a horror game, first person, and I just wanted to give it a shot. At the time, I was playing all the Resident Evil games, and those were really good. So I wanted to play more games like it, and I got it. I played it. It was trash. It was trash. And look, I buy a lot of games, right? There's another one that came out. I didn't buy that one because this one was like, this game sucks. I'm fine. So a couple videos ago, I said which games do I hate. I don't want to say I hate it, but man, that game's trash. So the next two are Deadpool. They're both the same. Deadpool. Now, I have not played these games yet, but the reason I have 2 copies is because I was able to get 1 copy on eBay. I think I paid 15 or 20 bucks for it, and I have the intention of playing it, but you know, the Deadpool movies just came out. I didn't even know anything about this, so I got it. Well, lo and behold, this game now is worth like $50, $60, $70. I mean, it's worth a lot of money. So then Best Buy had a freaking like Black Friday sale, or one of those sales they do, and they had a copy of Deadpool for 30 bucks. And I was like, dude, that is cheap because of how much they're worth now. So I went ahead and bought it strictly because as an investment thing. Strictly because of an investment thing. I paid 30 bucks for it. The game is now worth, like I said, 60, 70. I seen 80 in some places. So I'm almost doubling, tripling my money. So I got 2 copies of that. I might sell one here soon, just because I have 2. I don't really need them, and also I don't know when that value is going to start to go down. Dead Cells. So this game I bought because of the hype. I got this for 20 bucks. I forget when I bought it, but it is not my type of game. It's one of those games that goes forever and ever and ever. It has a million DLCs, and I don't like it. It's difficult. It looks cool. I like the gameplay. Maybe I'll go back to it, but I don't think I will anytime soon. Destroy All Humans. Now, Destroy All Humans was a game that I got. I think it was for 10 bucks. It was one of those games that was going, like at a bin. I think it was at, where was this? It was at a mom and pop shop video game store that we have here in my area. And I took a look at it and I'm like, okay, $20. Nah, I'm good. And then I looked down here, $15.89. No. And then when I freaking look at the bin, it was like all games in here, $9.99. So I'm like, all right, for $10, I'll buy it. I picked it up and I went to the cashier, and then he's like, all right, this will be $5.50 or something like that. And it actually paid $5 for it. So the reason I picked it is because at the time, Destroy All Humans, I think it was 2 was coming out, and I was like, I never played this, so let me go ahead and play the first one before I play the second one. But I ended up playing the second one first, and I actually enjoyed it. So to me, this was a good purchase. I'm glad I did get it. Deus Ex, Mankind Divided. So I understand there's numerous of Deus Ex games. I have played some of it digitally, but it's a game that I have to get used to the mechanics. The mechanics are a little weird to me, and that's what's preventing me from playing it. But once again, another cyberpunk-esque kind of game where people upgrade, I think it's their body parts to gain the edge, and that's all I really know about it. But I do have one of these in digital. I don't know if it's Mankind Divided or what, but the mechanics just are a little too much for me, and I don't have the patience right now to kind of learn it and try to get good at it. So I just put it to the side till I get the ambition to go ahead and do it. Disco Elysium, PS5 upgrade available. So this one I have not played either. I got this based off a recommendation from a friend a while ago, and also because it was on sale. I just got this recently from Best Buy. Off the top of my head, I don't remember how much it was. Was it Best Buy? I think it was Amazon. But it was relatively cheap. Once again, whenever I buy games like this, for pricing alone, it's under $20 90% of the time. But the real reason I got this is because a friend recommended it to me, and it looked cool. Look at this cover art. It's pretty badass. So there we go. The next one is Dishonored and Prey, the Arcane Collection. So this is another one I got based off recommendation. I got this combo pack. It was relatively cheap as well. I did get it pre-owned, so I paid less than I think than normal. But I have beat about half of Dishonored. I don't know, like, it's interesting. I just don't know if I love it. Well, obviously, I don't love it enough to continue playing it, but I like it enough where I do want to go back. So I guess I'm waiting for a lull right now of games that I don't feel like playing. Like this month, man, like Horizon Zero Dawn remaster version came out. I've been playing a few other games, man. So it's like there's always something to play, something new coming out. October was a very heavy month. So as soon as I go into a lull, I'll go back into something like this, including this one. I even made a YouTube short about this, Dodgeball Academia. So once again, I got this game for cheap on Amazon, and man, this game is amazing. It's like not a 16-bit, but it reminds me of like an N64 type of game, Super Nintendo type of game, but it's dodgeball, literally dodgeball, and there's power-ups, and this game is so freaking cool, dude. So freaking cool. I definitely want to go back to it. I haven't played it. I think I got this game maybe around like August or so, and there's just been so many damn games to play, dude. So many damn games to play. The next one is Doki Doki Literature Club. Now, I just beat this in October. I did beat it. So all you guys, beat games. I beat it. Shout out to Josh Ayers. He's the one who recommended this game to me. Now, I did have it on PS Plus. So I went ahead and beat it there. And this copy is going to be for the collection. But yeah, man, this was actually, this has opened my eye to graphic novel games. Now I'm actually looking to play more. Dragon Age Inquisition. So Dragon Age Inquisition, I've got about like 10 to 20 hours, I think, in this game. I got stuck in a pretty difficult fight, and I never been back to it. I love almost everything about this game, man. About almost everything. I don't really love the combat. It's very mechanical. It's very turn-based, even though it's not really turn-based. But I just don't love that, man. But I love the lore. I love the world. I love the characters. It's just that combat really messes it up for me, man. The new one is action. It's action combat. But the problem is that everything that I loved about this one seems to be missing of the new one. Unfortunate, right? But I am playing a new one right now, so we will see. Dragon's Dogma Dark Arisen. I tried playing it. Graphics suck ass. It runs like crap. I put it away immediately. I got the digital one for like $2 or $3. So I was like, you know what? For $2 or $3, that's worth it for me not to open this brand new copy. But yeah, I didn't like it. I have played Dragon's Dogma 2, but I don't know. It's just it runs a little bit bad. Like, it's a little stuttery. So I'm just kind of waiting for a patch to come, which that patch is probably the PS5 Pro. So we'll see. And then last but not least is Dreams. So Dreams, I bought it once again because it's a PlayStation first party game. The studio no longer exists, and it is a very, very unique game. And the servers went out a while ago. I was like, I gotta have this in my collection. Once again, I got it for less than $20, and I wanted it to be here for when I do want to play it, or at least check it out. It's there available. And that is it, guys. That is my collection part. I think it's part 4. Part 4. We'll call it part 4. It could be part 5. But that is my video game collection, guys. I just went over the second shelf of games. Next week, we will do the third shelf of the PS5 games. So there you go, guys. Like I said, thank y'all so much, man. We hit that 100 subscriber mark. Hit that notification button. I'm coming with more videos. Let's grow the channel. Let's talk about gaming. And we'll see y'all tonight at the State of Game podcast. We will see you Tuesday at the Just Playing live stream. And we will catch you on the next one. Keep it gaming.